both preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come up, it's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Charlotte Hornets here at Spectrum Center. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Kyle Filipowski, MP out there with Keontae George. Then there's Walker Kessler, and it's Bailey in at the small forward position. And Greg, we don't expect the pace to be fast tonight. These teams operate in the half court, don't they?
Exactly. There's so much transition offense in this league. It's interesting to watch teams execute in the half court.
MP finds Filipowski. MP deciding where to go with it. Up and in on the layup.
Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Pass to Connaughton. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And here is Ball. Latre. Kessler with the rebound. The drive by MP.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that one.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Miller, the pass to Plumlee, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he makes both free throws. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
Bridges kicks the ball. And again, the Hornets missing. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. MP, no good.
He'll miss some of these from time to time, especially when he feels some pressure on the way up.
Pass to Connaughton. Here's Bridges. It's stolen. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And Bridges with the block.
Boy, a really good shot blocker for a wing. Bridges elevates quickly and has an excellent sense of timing.
Here's MP. Score of the basket is 3rd after 5 shots.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
There's Ball with the 3. Plumlee, great positioning on the putback.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
MP passes to Kessler. To the middle. It's tipped. Ball feeling it out a bit. Over MP. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
To the inside. Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
Love that play call by MP, finding a way to create for his team.
Ball against MP. And Ace Bailey picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Connaughton with a screen on George. Bridges outside. 4 on the clock. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Plumlee. And stolen by MP. Here's George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Utah.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Miller outside. Bridges outside. Back to Miller. Plumlee with a screen on George. Shot clock at 3, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
And here is MP. 33 points last game. Back to Filipowski. Kessler finds MP. And MP throws it down.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
Ball against MP. Ball, the pass to Plumlee. Miller, right side. Back to Bridges. Plumlee sets the pick for Ball. This one for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. You look at Kessler, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
6 on the shot clock. Miller kicks to Bridges. Here's Connaughton.
Really having a difficult time getting anything to fall.
Boy, you've got to give credit to the defense. I mean, this is where you want to really work for quality looks. Try to get that confidence back.
MP against Ball. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Filipowski. Bridges misses. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's MP. Filipowski in the corner. Now, here's MP. 10 points for him. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's an 8-point Jazz lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Ball, no good.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
The kick out to Ball. And stolen by MP. And he's going up for the alley-oop. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And some changes here for the Hornets. Knipple comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Sexton in for Brandon Miller. Sexton on the wing. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota. Pass to Plumlee. Plays it up and banks it in. Plumlee's got 8 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Outside, Sexton. Ball from long range. That doesn't fall, and still no basket for him after 8 attempts from the floor.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
MP's shot is good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Sexton, the pass to Bridges. Off target with his 3.
all the time in the world to get that one off.
The drive by MP.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Mark, so many games left on the schedule. We are only scratching the surface of the season.
Yeah, you know, these first handful of games have been a lot of fun, though. But you're exactly right. I mean, there's a ton of season left to go, and the standings are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season.
Here's MP. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Nurkic with the steal. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
Hornets trail by 17. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. There's Ball with the 3. The rebound by Collier.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Back to Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Well, you know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
MP inside. He's covered by Ball. Nurkic a screen on Ball. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Plumlee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. There's the triple. Ball no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Down low. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Sexton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he overshot that one, missing. The drive by MP. Got it up. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Utah. Group on the floor now for Charlotte. Out to the right wing. Outside, George. Pass to MP. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Filipowski. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Plumlee is at center, and Bridges next to him. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. So that's the Hornets 5. And here's Miller outside. It's good from long range. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
Here's MP. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. just a little late in the action.
Sexton, he's checked in for Plumlee.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill and physical.
Ball against MP. And stolen by MP. Picked his pocket. And even 3-on-3 break. Sexton for 3. Filipowski grabs the board.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Sexton. Here comes MP. Bucket is good. MP's got 27.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Here is Miller. He's got 8. Back to Sexton. Bridges sets the screen for Sexton. Over George. It's good, and the Jazz is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Sexton.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but it looks like they're putting it together right now.
Here's Sexton. It's tipped. MP outside. And there's the drive. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. A 12-point game. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Sexton's shot is good.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left here in the second. Now, MP. He has 29. Aston Niang. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Niang's got his first basket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, the Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back to you, Kevin.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, we thank you very much. On the wing, Miller. Pass to Connaughton. Three-pointer on the way. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Sensabaugh. Niang finds MP. Now Filipowski shoots over Ball. No good off the front iron. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Connaughton passes the ball. And it's off from 3-point range.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And so it's the Utah Jazz enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review...
I think for the Jazz, they didn't get the email I sent. Season has started, fellas. They look surprised they're getting whoopings. High hopes does not win games. They got to wake up, get it together. Good news, still time.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Jazz.
Tick.
And that about wraps it up.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Taking a look at the Jazz, we've got George. Kyle Filipowski is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Bailey. And it's MP in at the point. Plumlee with a screen on George. Miller, that's for two. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's MP. MP going to work inside.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
MP against Ball. He hits it from 9. Ball's got 7.
Never lacking for sizzle in his game. That was a sweet move from Ball right there.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Bridges inside. Defended by Filipowski. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Boy, he's very dependable from that area. So Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
Connaughton up top. Ball with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 10.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
MP against Ball. Here's MP. Drops in the layup for 2. MP's got 35.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Pass to Bridges. Count it.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
Jazz leading by 11. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. A 3 from MP. Offensive rebound. Kessler a screen on Ball. MP passes to Kessler. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special. And they pulled it off just right.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Jazz. Collier comes in for Keontae George. MP against Ball. Plumlee sets the pick for Ball. From deep. Rebound, Utah. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
There's Ball with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Jazz leading by 15. The drive by MP. Driving in. Pass to Collier. MP against Ball. The three from MP. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Miller kicks to Connaughton. Yep, that one goes in there. Connaughton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Jazz...
Substitution on the court.
Ball against MP. And he drives in. And stolen by Sexton. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Sexton's got 18 points.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
Yeah, he's like a one-man band out there, dialed in and on the attack.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Ball, the pass to Sexton. There's 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sexton's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, he's been fairly productive, but it's going to take more, either from him or somebody else.
MP getting it done for the Utah Jazz. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Ball, Knipple out there with Grant Williams. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Diabate in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Knipple wide open, and he fires. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists in the game. Ball against MP. Right side, George. MP with it. Back to George. Clock at 6. MP outside. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Ball. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Pass to George. Good tee by Williams.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Diabate's shot is good.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
MP inside. He's covered by Ball.
Look at MP getting slick with it. That's a great move to have at the ready.
Williams, a screen on George. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Ball.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Back to MP. There's the pick. To the paint. Here's Filipowski. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Just 5 to shoot. In the corner, it's Kessler. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Sexton's shot is good.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Utah leading by 13. MP outside. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Plumlee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Bridges, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
And that one falls for Bridges.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Ball against MP. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Ball. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. MP with it, now guarded by Ball. MP outside. Anderson a screen on Ball. MP dishes to Anderson. Here's Kessler. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And here is Connaughton. Pass to Plumlee. Now here's Bridges. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Bridges has got 16 points here in the second half. Ball against MP. And here's Anderson. Anderson a screen on Ball. MP finds Anderson.
They call him slow-mo. That dunk from Anderson was anything but slow-mo. That was power mode.
Miller outside. Pass to Plumlee. Outside, Ball. Out to Bridges. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Bailey. And so, MP will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Well, I love MP's mindset. His approach to the game mentally is really impressive. I mean, guys always are chirping at him, but he maintains his composure and doesn't get rattled at all.
Ball from long range.
If he were just a touch more efficient tonight, I think the score would look a lot different.
MP, no good. Hornets trail by 13. And the foul called on MP.
Substitution on the court.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Misses the 3.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection. And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Ball. Off the glass.
Boy, Ball plays with so much confidence. You know this guy believes in what he can do, including finding ways to score it inside.
The drive by MP. George, and there's the 3.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Going inside. Plumlee with a screen on George. Kessler pulls it down. Utah leading by 11. MP inside. He's covered by Ball. Kessler a screen on Ball. The drive by MP.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Utah.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
The way he saw the floor was quite special. I mean, he served up a ton of room service dimes.
And that one is good! And the foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
3rd team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They came in here and took care of business.